Hi guys, welcome back to Economics Verified. And in this video, we are taking up the concept of triangular arbitrage. Now, I am sure when you look at the questions, you might get confused, and this topic actually looks very complicated. But once you understand the logic, it is very simple topic. Trust me, and it is a very fun topic to understand also, right? And you will be easily able to do the numerical and score good marks in exams. But still, if even after watching this video you have some doubt, put it in the comment section and I will resolve it. So let's start with the concept. So before we take the look at the question, let us first discuss the concept really quickly. So triangular arbitrage involves three currencies and three markets, right? And the idea is that if exchange rates between the three currencies are not consistent with each other, so the exchange rate between the three currencies are not consistent with each other, then a profit opportunity exists for an arbitrager. So there always exists a profit opportunity if there is an exchange rate mismatch. We say that whenever there is a exchange rate mismatch, there always exists a profit opportunity for an investor who is a smart investor and is called an arbitrager. So he will look at this mismatch and he will make a risk free profit out of it by converting his money through all the three markets, right? So let's imagine that we have three currency exchange counters with us. One exchange counter is in New York, one is in, let's say, Frankfurt, and one exchange counter is in London. So we have three currency exchange counters in New York, Frankfurt, and London. So this we have understood. We have taken three markets here. The markets, like I've mentioned, are in New York, Frankfurt, and London. And likewise, we also have three currencies in the three markets. Now, each of these counters, okay, each of these counters gives you a different exchange rate. So we get a different exchange rate whenever we visit either of these markets. We get a different exchange rate from each market, right? Now sometimes what happens is that these three rates are not perfectly consistent with each other. These rates are not consistent with each other. There can exist a mismatch, and like I just mentioned, that whenever there will exist a mismatch in the exchange rate, then an arbitrage will make risk free profit out of it. Okay, he will convert his money through all the three markets, right? So this is what triangular arbitrage is about. Triangular means that you would have 3 points, right? You will have 3 points linked to each other, right? So you have three markets, right? You have to just make one profit, and there is also no risk involved in this entire process. There is no risk involved. So basically what you have to do is that you have to start with $1. So you start with $1. You will convert this $1 through all the three markets that we have discussed. You will convert this $1 through all the three markets. If you start with $1 and if you come back with more than $1, let's say you came back with $1.5, this means that a profit opportunity exists because you went to all the three counters of all the three countries and there was an exchange rate difference. So you took $1 with you, but you came back with $1.5. So you have made some profit. And when you've taken, like, let's say $1, and when you've taken it in all the three markets, and upon conversion you came back with, let's say, $0.99, this means that you have made a loss and there is no profit opportunity that exists, right? So let me take you back to your childhood, okay? And let us say that you went to see a mela, okay? So what happened is that you went to, let's say, stall number 1. You went to stall number 1, and you had rupees 100 with you, okay? So you took rupees 100 to the first stall, stall number 1, and in exchange for rupees 100 you will get tokens in this stall, okay? So there is a carnival. So when you took this 100 rupees and went to stall number 1, you will get some tokens, okay? So what happens at stall number 2? Let us talk about what happens at stall number 2. So at stall number 2, you will exchange these tokens that you have received at stall number 1. You will exchange these tokens for coupons. So you need some coupons and you had tokens with you. So at stall 2, this exchange is happening. You can exchange your tokens and get coupons, right? Let's come to stall number 3. Then what happens at stall number 3? So at stall number 3, what you're going to do is that you already had coupons, right? You have received coupons from stall number 2, so you will take these coupons to stall number 3, and what you're going to do is that you are going to get your cash back. You will sell these coupons and you want to get your cash back. So you took rupees 100 initially. You started with rupees 100 at stall number 1, but let's say that when you sell these coupons at stall number 3 to get cash in return, you get, let's say, rupees 110. So you started with rupees 100, but in the end you made rupees 110. This means that you made rupees 10 doing nothing, right? You have done nothing. and you have just roamed from one stall to the other, okay, and you have made rupees 10 in that process. This is exactly what your triangular arbitrage is. Okay, so I've tried to explain it in a very simple layman language, and this is exactly the idea behind triangular arbitrage as well. Okay, now what I've written here is that if you come back with more than $1, then a profit opportunity exists. And if you come back with exactly $1, matlab you took $1 with you to the market, and after you roaming around in all three markets, all three different countries, you still have $1 with you. You are in a situation of no profit and no loss. So in this case, we say that the rates are consistent and there is no arbitrage opportunity. So the rates are consistent and we have no arbitrage opportunity. Now let us read this question, that is a PYQ. So we are given three exchange rates, right? We are given three exchange rates. So let me write it one by one. So in New York, let's come to the New York market. In New York, we will see that 1 euro is equal to 0.90 dollars. Okay, 1 euro is equal to $0.90, which means that 1 euro costs 90 cents in New York, right? 1 euro costs 90 cents in New York. Let's come to the Frankfurt market. We are now in the Frankfurt market. So in the Frankfurt market, we see that 1 euro is equal to 0.80 pence. So in the Frankfurt market, you see that 1 euro is equal to 0.80 pence, which means that 1 euro gets you 80 pence. Okay? This means that 1 euro gets you 80 pence in Frankfurt. Okay? In Frankfurt, 1 euro gets you 80 pence. All right. And the last market that we have that in London. And in London, we see that we get $1 by paying 80 pence again. So in London, the exchange rate is that you, so 80 pence gets you, 80 pence will get you $1 in London. So we are clear with all the exchange rates that we have in this question. Okay? And the question asks you that what will be the profit that would be made by a successful arbitrager. Okay? So let's find this out. So in questions like these, we always start with $1. Remember that we always start with $1 in such questions. This is your first step, that you have to start with $1. Okay? This makes it easy to calculate the profit. Okay? Now I'm going to write step by step. So what is the first step? Let us look at the first step. So the first step is that I will have to go in the New York market. Okay? And in the New York market, I am going to convert dollars to euros. Can I do that in the New York market? Can I convert dollars to euros? I can, right? Look at the exchange rate. So in New York, we know that 1 euro costs me 0.90 cents or dollars, right? This is the exchange rate that we already know. So $1 is going to give me, $1 will give me 1 divided by 0.90, which means I will get 1.11 euros, right? $1 is going to give me 1.11 euros. This is the value that I've found out using the exchange rate in New York, right? This is the value that I've found out. I have received 1.11 euros in New York, right? Now we already have 1.11 euros with us. What are we going to do now? Okay, the first step was simple. We went to New York, we took $1 with us, and we received 1.11 euros in exchange. Okay, now, the step two is that I have to go to the Frankfurt market. So, in step two, I'm going to Frankfurt, and in Frankfurt, what I'm going to do is that I am going to convert my euros to pounds. So, in the Frankfurt market, I am going to convert my euros to pounds. Look at the Frankfurt market's exchange rate. I can convert my euros to pounds, right? So, while doing so, I had how many euros? I had 1.11 euros. So, as we know that 1 euro in Frankfurt gives me how much? I get 80 pence, right? So from 1 euro, I get 80 pence in Frankfurt. So right now I have 1.11 euro with me. So this is going to give me approximately 0.889. This value that I'm going to get. Okay? So we took our euros to Frankfurt and we received 0.889 pounds in the Frankfurt market. Okay? This has happened in step 2. So now we have 0.88 pounds with us. Okay? Now comes the step 3. So in step 3, as you've guessed, we have to go to the London market. Okay? We went to the London market and there we converted our pounds to dollars, because look at the exchange rate in London. What is the exchange rate in London? In London you can convert your pounds back to dollars, right? So the exchange rate in London was, I had to receive $1, I had to pay 0.80 pounds. Okay, to receive $1, this was the exchange rate in London. So I right now have 0.889 pounds with me. So this is going to get me 0.889 divided by 0.80. So I will have a value approximately of $1.11. Okay, I will have this value. So can you see that we started the first step? In the first step I told you that we have to start with $1, right? And in the last step we are at a value of $1.11. What does this mean? So we went through three markets, right? We went to three markets and we came back with this amount, $1.11, right? So we this means that we have made a profit, right? And the profit that we have made is the subtraction between these two values, which is approximately $0.11. Approximately itne ka profit we have made by traveling through all these three markets. Okay, now let me also tell you the route that we took, because this becomes very important in such questions. Okay, सबसे पहले we will look at the route of the countries we took. So we first went to New York, then we went to Frankfurt, and then finally we went to London. And if I talk about the route that we took for our currencies, so सबसे पहले I had dollars with me, I got it exchanged and I got euros, and then I exchanged my euros for pounds, and then finally from pounds I got my dollars back again. So this is the route that I've taken for my currencies, right? Now this is the profitable route. The route that I took was profitable because initially I had $1 and finally I made $0.11. So the route that I took was profitable. But you can also go in a reverse direction. And if you went to a reverse direction, you would have made loss. Okay. So a reverse direction would have been that first off, you would take your dollars, and you could have converted your dollars to pounds, and then you could have converted pounds to euros, and then you could have converted euros to dollars again. But when you would do this, you can try and solve. When you would do this, you would make a loss. Okay, when you would do this, you would make a loss. You will come with less than $1 with you. Okay, so always check the direction first by starting with $1 and seeing which route will give you more than $1 back, because we want more than $1 back with us. Okay, so the answer to this question that we were solving would be option number B. $0.11 would be the profit made by the successful arbitrager. So, one exam tip that you have to keep in mind, always take that route in which you can make profit. Never take a route that leads you to no profit. Okay, if you get exactly $1 back by taking either of the route, this means that it is a situation of no profit and no loss, and you will get $1 back if the rates are consistent. But this means that no arbitrage actually exists. But the route actually matters, and you can always go in a direction that gives you more than $1 back. So you always have to check that before solving any kind of question. So that's it for this video. I hope this concept is clear to you, and if this helped you, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends, and drop any doubts in the comments, and I'll reply to every single one of them. Thank you.